Peace and blessings, everyone. For all of you who don't know, my name is Wise. For all of you who do know, this could be an introduction to me again and my journey in my 50th year of life on this world. Life has been tough. I haven't really talked a lot about my struggles and what I've been going through as a man and the journey and the trajectory my life has taken. And I really don't really have anyone to express those feelings with. So I kind of like internalize those things. The people I have tried to talk to, it's been a difficult uphill battle. Sometimes I've been ridiculed for struggling and having troubles dealing with the loss of my daughter and my health battles. Other times it felt like if people didn't know what to say. So some of the things they came off with were very off color. Um, all this dealing with my own mental health struggles have taken me to some very dark places. And I think a lot of men struggle in silence with this. So I'm starting this journey, making my first video, wanting to just be something that other men, or not even just men, that people who may have similar struggles or who may have had things that have dealt with in life that have been very difficult, have had to deal with. And maybe you could take some wisdom from what I've been through and help you out in your own plight. Having to deal with a sick child in your own is a very difficult endeavor. Seeing my daughter born on the bathroom floor at 1 pound 4 ounces, and having to give her mouth to mouth until the ambulance came, it was trauma. It was very deep trauma. And I never, I go to see a therapist now. She's awesome. Um, my therapist is really the only person that I can speak these things about. While my father is still in my life, we just don't have the relationship to where I can sit down and express to him and talk about, hey, this is how I'm feeling. This is how it is. He comes from a different era to where, men just didn't talk about their feelings, and really I come from the tail end of that area as well. So many of us who have gone through these struggles and we internalize them, and it's really eating us alive. And I am no outlier when it comes to that. It's eating me alive as well. Um, Sleeping at night at times is very, very difficult because it's like you're replaying each and every single thing that has gone wrong in life, and it like you can't rest. I wake up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, and the first thoughts on my mind are, "Wow, I'm completely isolated, alone." And I didn't expect to be here at 50 years old. I expected to have a family, to have a wife, to be living a life that had some sort of fulfillment. And in all intents and purposes, at 50 years old, I do not have those things. My daughter's little brother, who I consider to be my son, he's really the only person that I hang out with. I've raised him since he was about 3 years old, along with his mother. Um, and he's been like my best friend. He's done so much for me, that he really even doesn't even realize. And has him being about to be a 14-year-old boy, boys, in order to grow to men, need fathers. But really, like my daughter or his older sister before him, excuse me, he's to the point now to where I actually need him more than he needs me. Because without him, I just don't have anyone. My father's getting older. He's 83 years old. We're not meant to be here forever. He's on the cusp of entering into high school, and so I know that dynamic is changing. So he's going to be going to high school. So now, as when he was younger, he didn't, he loved being up under me all the time. And now as he get older, I know that he's not going to be available for that all the time. He's going to be spending more time, at home, going out with his friends and doing things teenagers are supposed to do. And I am encouraging him to do that. I'm not going to be selfish and try and keep him to myself to where he misses out on life, because I don't think that's right. But with that being said, I'm using this new platform as a means of trying to heal. And as I'm using it as a means of trying to heal, I'm hoping that I can reach others that may have had similar struggles and let them know that it's possible to be done. Life is difficult. And as if the lessons I teach him is like, it's not fair. You fight, you fight, you fight, you fight. And then it seems like each and every time you try to get to a point to where you may have a breakthrough, or you feel like you're getting on top, it's like life finds a new and creative way to just kick you back in, and that gets difficult, especially when, I just went through Father's Day, and it was a Father's Day that, it was just another one in a long line of Father's Day. I've never received a gift on Father's Day or a card, or, it just makes me feel unappreciated. Out of all the sacrifices that I've made, out of all the hardship I've had, out of all the fighting I've done, all the giving and spreading love to others I've done, it just seems like I don't get it back. And through all that, even though I feel like I haven't gotten those things back, I haven't stopped trying to show love to others. I've always wanted to show love to people and be a help to people, even when I don't have it. Um, I know a lot of people, I'm not their cup of tea, because I'm a type of person that I'm really into just learning and reading and delving deep into things. And I love a good debate. I used to. So I found out it was really draining my energy trying to convince people of things they didn't want to be convinced of, whether I'm right or wrong, or whether they're right or wrong. I was just, beating my head against the wall of something that wasn't going to budge. I've lost a lot of friends this way. I've had people take underhanded shots at me, make mention of my mental health issues, saying that did not feel like I wanted to harm myself because I was winning in a debate. And that's when I saw things like, it's like, this is just going too far. Like, this is not what it's meant to be. So this video here is my opening salvo into what I want to start delving into, as far as my life's journey as I reach 50 and as I turn a new chapter, and I prepare myself for my victory, because that's what I'm fighting for. There's no way a person fights as long as I have, and even when I'm just completely down and out, that there's no victory at the end. It has to be a victory. It has to be a victory. And I'm hoping that you all will take this journey with me. And I'm hoping you all will understand that everything I've always done has been out of love. It hasn't been out of hate. It hasn't been out of trying to make anybody seem foolish or me feel superior, even though I may have come off that way sometimes. That may be a generational thing, because, for my era, that's what we did as men. When we interacted with each other and we were talking about different subject matters, we tried to make each other look foolish, or, we were hard on each other. And being 5%er, that's just, that's how we built with each other, which is just, exchanging ideas. So as I get older and I learn, I'm striving to change those habits. I haven't fixed them completely 100% all the way, but I'm working on them. I like to tell everybody I love them. Again, my name is Wise. I hope this day finds you in good spirits. And I hope that you can appreciate this journey as much as I will. And I hope this can inspire you to take this journey as well. Peace and blessings, everyone.